Good morning. It is Saturday, June 14th, and I am recording this virtual retreat for you so that you can spend some time to disconnect from everything that's happened during the year, take a step back. The goal of this retreat was really to provide an opportunity to bookend the year and go into summer with a free heart, a heart that's free from all of your guilt or your shame, any grudges that you have from the year. I know it's always very stressful and there's a lot going on, and it's beautiful, but it's also very difficult. And working as a substitute, I also get to see not only the real classroom experience, but all of the teachers who are just consistent, who are there every day, who are honestly, I would say, heroes in our society. Underappreciated, underpaid, but continuing to do the work of educating children, and also in a lot of cases, sadly, in raising children and teaching them to regulate their emotions, teaching them how to take turns, how to share, how to make friends, how to be kind to one another. And all of that is a service that is amazing, honestly beautiful. And I just want to take this time to give something back and to provide this for each one of you. A little bit about me. My name's Monica, and I'm starting heart care coaching to be able to care for the hearts of teachers. When I was working as a teacher, I was always looking for resources that were encouraging, that were empowering. And when I would search for videos on YouTube, I would get why I quit teaching, or teaching is the worst, or horror stories from teaching. And I was very discouraged and very saddened by that. I had started teaching when I was 31, 32. I was really hoping to be able to do it for longer, but given the situation, we're starting a family, and I decided instead to start working as a substitute teacher, which I am really enjoying. That way I get to be at home a lot of the days and working at school some days also. So I'm still in education, but for all of you who are in it 100% every day, I really admire you and I really appreciate you. And so I'm hoping that I can provide some support, some encouragement, some appreciation, and some resources to be able to digest a little bit everything that's happening. Again, I was in education for 3 years. I was in ministry before that, in lots of different capacities, so almost 10 years of leading retreats, helping people know themselves better and show up better in the world, and that's really my goal in coaching. So the reason why I want to be a support and encouragement for those who are trying to teach is that when I first started teaching, I pretty quickly realized that I was not going to be able to be successful, at least not by the model that was presented to me. I'll share more about that in a minute, but my real goal is to help teachers understand that your success does not lie in how happy people are with you or how few reminders you get from admin or emails from teachers, but your success as a teacher really lies in your confidence that you are committed to your students and to yourself and your colleagues. Our resolve in knowing that has to be greater than the thousands of tiny corrections that we get from other people. When I was working as a teacher, when I was first learning, I was told that everything is important. I said, okay, it's my first year. What should I do? I was presented the Danielson model, which basically has 4 different sectors, and then it has 25 items in each sector. So 100 different expectations, requirements, roles that teachers need to fulfill, tasks that they need to do. It's kind of an all-encompassing model. And I asked the lady who was giving the lecture, I said, okay, as a first-year teacher, what are the first 10 things I should focus on? And then you build from there. And she said, you need to focus on all of them. And that was an impossible response for me. You can't do everything at the same time. Over years, you can accumulate different skills and grow. But as a first year teacher, being told that, I almost immediately decided that was impossible. And so then it's just like, figure it out on your own. And I think that's tragic, because after years of education and studying and hoping to be a teacher, I have friends who are teachers for 3, 4, 5 years, and then they just said, I can't do this. This isn't sustainable. I can't do this for the next 25 years. I also know teachers who have been doing it for 25 years and say, yes, it is very difficult. It has been very difficult, but I have 5 years till retirement, and I'm going to stick it out. And my great concern is that those teachers are going to be phasing out, and the teachers who are coming in aren't coming in for a sustainable amount of time. I have some teachers that I admire very much who have been working 13, 14 years, and they're kind of the anomaly. And I just want to be a voice that says you can make it work, and you don't have to see yourself as a failure just because you were not capable of doing every single thing that was expected of you. Your commitment to your students, your commitment to your job, your commitment to doing your best is more important than whether or not the 100 boxes of expectations were checked. So that's really my hope, my message, my goal, and I'm excited to get started with this teacher retreat. So as we get started, the first question is, what is a retreat? So a retreat is, first of all, a decision. It's a decision to step back from the battle, the situation, and pause. Being that it's the end of the year, this retreat's a little bit more of a stop and look back, but I think it still applies. It is still a decision to actually look at what has occurred through the last year, look at what were problems that you saw, what were successes that you had, what were frustrations that kind of have weighed you down along the way, discouragement, to let go of, to refresh. And it is a choice to actually think about these things rather than just say, screw it, summer, I'm not thinking about this until August. And for everyone who's here, I am proud of you, and I am very grateful that you're taking this time to reflect, refresh, and go forward. So when we're in the middle of a stressful or unpredictable situation, we're not really free to think clearly. And our feelings are also muddled because there's a lot going on. The cortisol that's running through our bodies cause us to react rather than respond to various situations. So when we step out of the situation, then we can really look at it from the outside, and we can look at ourselves objectively. Our heart rate is slower, and we have the freedom to think and feel in a more honest and more fair way. So this choice to step back, to retreat, to reflect, gives us the chance to integrate our experiences with our values, our motivations, and our identity. Not only is it a decision, but it's also a chance for cleansing. I was talking to someone preparing for this retreat, and she asked me, what is the point? What is the goal? What are the teachers who come going to get out of it? And I have thought a lot about it, and I told her there's a lot of workshops that teachers go do. There's a lot of conferences, there's a lot of meetings that all give you some action items or some goals at the end. This is what you need to do. And I was explaining to her that a retreat isn't really something where you leave with more action items. It's somewhere that you leave refreshed. So I was explaining that it's not so much of a workshop or a learning opportunity. Of course, you learn things along the way, but the goal is that it washes you, kind of like you take a shower. So this cleaning is really washing away any attachments to situations or people or memories that we have that are weighing us down and that are not serving us, that we don't want to continue lugging around all summer long. So that brings us to point number 3. A retreat is also the chance to get a set of new eyes. Once all the dirt is gone, we can look at the world, look at the last year, and look at our identity as a teacher going forward with a more honest viewpoint. And the last thing we're going to do in this retreat is to look back at the year and see everything that you have accomplished, all of the growth that you have done, the positive impact you've had on your students, on your colleagues, on your own family, the own people in your life, and how it's allowing you to be a better person, a better friend. And so, as we're starting, I really want to drive home the point that what we've done in the last year, what you have done in your classroom, is so good. You have done so much good. I wrote it down. You have done so much good. You've done so much good in your commitment to your students. Day in and day out, you've filled their hearts with the conviction that somebody really does care for them. You've done so much good for your colleagues as you're giving them the strength and the enthusiasm and the encouragement to keep going even when it's 10 p.m. and you're done for the day. And you do so much good through the sacrifices that you've made. And that makes you a better person. Each one of us, through teaching, through going and doing it sounds like jail, doing the time, but really going and continuing to give of ourselves and give of our hearts, that makes us better people, better friends, better spouses, better parents, better children. We show up better for the other people in our lives because we know how to love. And I know that you're underappreciated, and not being appreciated sucks. But I don't want that to take away from all of the good that you've done, from how proud you are of yourself and your colleagues and your students for the things that they've put in. So I want us to take a minute to think about these questions. Number 1, what do I need from this retreat? Why are you here? Why did you click the link? What do you need for your own heart? Number 2, why did I come here today? And number 3, okay, there were really only 2 points. Less work. Number 1, why did I come here? And number 2, what do I need from this retreat? So take a few minutes for that, and we will share when we come back. Okay, so take a few minutes and write down in the comments what were some of your responses. What do you think that you need from this retreat? You can share, you don't have to share if you don't want to, but I think it really helps us to vocalize and to share our expectations and the things that are happening in our hearts, because it allows us to really admit to them, and also it allows us to grow in community and help other people who may be reading your comments to think, oh, maybe I can get something out of this too, or oh, maybe I should pay attention to that. So why did you come here today? I'm here because I want each one of us to have the opportunity to close the year, to enjoy the summer, and to prepare for next year with intention.